Hello friends, today we are going to demonstrate the microwave test bench for using the gun oscillator, and this particular setup which is then we are going to see in this particular video, and based upon that we are going to perform the practical, that is the VI characteristics of the gun diode. So let us first take the introduction about the various components of this particular test bench. So firstly we are going to see here, this is here the gun power supply. This gun power supply, as you can notice here, there are the various knobs which are provided here. The first one here, it is provided, it is the bias voltage. So by making the variation of the bias voltage, we can make the variation of the bias voltage. Then the amplitude and these frequency knobs which are required, and those are to be kept at the middle position. So this gun power supply, it is required for making the operation or for starting the gun oscillator. The second component that we are going to see, the main component that is we are going to see here, it is the gun oscillator. So this gun oscillator, basically it is the gun diode. The gun diode, it is the one of the microwave diode, and it is then used for generation of the microwave frequency which is in the range of 8 to 12 gigahertz. So for this gun diode, it is making the use of the principle of gun, that is gun effect, in which when the electrons, they are jumping from one level to another level into the conduction band, the oscillations are produced, and based upon that the high frequency generation, which is the microwave frequency, will be generated. The second component we are going to see further, which is connected in this test bench, it is the pin modulator. As you know that the gun oscillator, it is producing the high frequency, and so therefore to make the to bring it into the proper form or the low frequency form, we are making the use of this pin modulator. This is here the pin modulator. It makes the use of the pin diode, and accordingly the high frequency microwave signal, it is then converted to the required form, and so therefore the square wave, it can be then obtained, and if you are going to see the waveform onto the CRO. So presently the CRO, it is not connected here and it is not required here. The third component in this test bench, it is the frequency meter. So here we are going to see the frequency meter. This is here the frequency meter, and in this frequency meter we can see it is basically in the cylinder form, and there are some linings which are done for the measurement of the frequency. Inside this frequency meter, there are basically the two coils. One, it is mounted in the vertical direction, and another it is mounted in the horizontal directions, and both the coils are connected in perpendicular to each other. So when the microwave signal, it is going to pass through the cavity inside this frequency meter, again due to the oscillations, the resonance will be set up, and at the particular resonance frequency we can make the measurement of the frequency. Now coming to the experiment where we are going to make the characteristics of the gun diode. So this is nothing but the gun oscillator or the gun diode, and the setup for this experiment which already we have seen, and in this one the connections are required. From this one you can see here, this is here the wire. This gun output is to be given to the gun oscillator, and this second one, that is the pin output. This is here the second wire. This pin output, it should be connected to the pin modulator. So only the two connections are there, and the connections are very simple. Now let us start with the experiment. In this experiment, what you have to do? You have to make the measurement of the voltage and current. So therefore what I will do, the voltage which can be then varied by making the use of this knob. So initially I will adjust the voltage which is around 1 volt. So therefore this is here the voltage, and this one, it is here the current. So presently you can see that the voltage, it is there 1.04 volt, and current corresponding to this one, it is 0.115. This current, it is in ampere, and if you are going to convert in milliamperes, it will be 115 milliamperes. So like this we have to vary this voltage. Now let us make this voltage say 2 volt. So 2.02 volt. The current will be now 188 milliampere. Then again we will be varying this voltage, and we are making now this voltage to 3 volt. So current corresponding to this one, it is 230 milliampere. So we have to go varying the voltage and we'll find out that as the voltage goes on increasing, the current will also increase, but it will increase up to the particular voltage only. So therefore I am now going to vary this voltage, and accordingly there will be the variation of the current also. So presently the voltage it is now 4, the current it is 190 milliamperes. Again we'll vary the voltage, and this voltage is now 5.3, current it is 174 milliampere. So like this we can vary the voltage, and the current is also increasing. So you will find out this rise in the current. And after the particular voltage, so presently the voltage it is now 7.46, current it is 160. Now you can see that at this particular voltage 8 volt, after this 8 volt the current starts to decrease. So we can see here, now the voltage is at 0.24, current it is 157 milliampere. The voltage it is at 0.59, current it is 159. So like this, now the voltage is 9 volt, the current it is now 152 milliampere. So again this will be 9.39, the current is 150 milliampere. So if you are going to increase this voltage, now it is 10 voltage, 10.48, the current it is now 143 milliampere. So we'll find out that after the particular voltage, if you are raising the voltage, the current starts to decrease. So therefore these readings that we have to note down here, and this is up to the full scale. So therefore I have varied this knob, that is the gun bias knob, to the full level, and now this last reading, that is 11.67, for which the current it is 136 milliampere. So you can see that whatever these observations we have taken, so this we can write it in the observation table, and this is here the observation table. In this observation table, the readings for the voltage and the current, those are taken, and we'll find out that as we are going to see, initially the voltage goes on increasing, current goes on also increasing, but at the particular voltage, if you'll notice the voltage around this voltage, that is 8 or 9, so we'll find out that at the 8 voltage the current it is 262 milliampere, but this at the 9 volt the current it is 252 milliampere. So therefore this decrease in the current it is going to get. So based upon that we have to plot the graph also. So here we are going to show the plotting of the graph, and the graph which is plotted for the VI characteristics of the gun diode, that is we are going to see it here. So from this graph we are going to see that the voltage is taken along the x-axis and the current it is taken along the y-axis. Initially the voltage goes on increasing, current also goes on increasing, and it goes to the peak level. So therefore we will find out that the peak voltage and peak current, we can see here at the voltage of around 3 volt here, this voltage it goes to at the peak level, and the current it is at the IP, this is the current which is the peak current, and this will be around 325 milliamperes. So therefore the peak voltage and the peak current that we have seen. Then after that, as the voltage further goes on increasing, the current also, but the current will not increase, but the current goes on decreasing. So you can see this notice, or you can notice the nature of this graph, the current goes on decreasing. So therefore this decrease in the current, it is also possible up to the particular level, and that we are going to call it as a valley level. So corresponding to this one, suppose here we are going to see that the current it is going to decrease up to this value, that we are going to call it as a IV, that is the valley current, and this current voltage corresponding to this one, it is the valley voltage. So this is how the valley voltage and the valley current that can be then seen from this graph. After this point, actually it is required that the voltage goes on increasing, current slightly goes on increasing. After this point, that is after the valley point, if the voltage increases, the current also increases, but it is slightly. So but that particular readings we have not taken, because the gun bias it can be adjusted or it can be varied up to the certain limit, and that's why we could not, it is not possible to take the readings of those values. So in this graph we are going to see that this particular region which is here, that is we are going to call it as a negative resistance region. In this negative resistance region we are going to find out that as the voltage increases, the normally current increases, but here in this region the voltage increases, the current decreases, the current it falls, so therefore the current decreases. So this is what about the characteristics of the gun diode, and that is the VI characteristics of the gun diode. And this VI characteristics from the gun diode, you have to note down the peak voltage and peak current, and also we have to note down the valley point, that is valley voltage and the valley current. So this is in short about the practical which is based upon the gun diode characteristics. Okay, thank you all.